Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for him.
Just from a defensive point of view, these last 5 games have been his best. He's been a little slow to rotate and react, and his block numbers have suffered. Maybe he can get going tonight and pick up a few rejections.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Whitmore is out there with Thompson. Then it's Brett Van Vliet. Then it's Alphren Sengun. And it's Williams at the 2 spot. And for San Francisco, Barnes out there with George. Then it's Ellis. Then it's Ball. And it's Chamberlain in at center. So, Brett, when you were playing, what was your approach to the first game of a back-to-back? Anything different?
No, really nothing different, Kevin. I mean, the games just pile up. So go back to your routine, staying with your routine, making sure you're on time with when you eat your meal, when you get to the arena, when you're doing your pregame warm-up. A lot of those things allow your mind to settle in to what it is your body is about to go through to compete every night on an NBA floor.
Sengun with the bucket.
And Sengun knows when you don't have the ball, you have to stay ready to catch and fire.
George looking around. There's Ellis with the 3 ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Pass to Chamberlain, and stolen by Sengun. And here's Thompson, covered by Barnes, and stolen by Barnes. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
How about the body control and just the sheer athletic prowess of Chamberlain on that one?
The Warriors shooting their first free throw tonight.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line.
And the free throw, no good. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And George gets it to go.
Just a sweet shot by George, so talented as a shooter.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside Williams. Here's Whitmore. Here's Sengun. And Sengun throws it down.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Now, here is Chamberlain. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Pass to Ellis. The 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Last time they met in Houston.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Over to the wing, outside Williams, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at San Francisco, they are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time, sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, Houston just way behind.
And for the Warriors, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
A massive amount of confidence, tremendous swagger with this team, and they believe in themselves. That might be all it takes to get them where they want to go.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Wilt Chamberlain, shooting 1.
A free throw good from Chamberlain. Here's Williams. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, lots of ups and downs. One good possession, two bad ones, one good one. They could never get on a steady run and play some solid offense.
Great pass by Van Vliet. His first job on this squad is to facilitate.
Outside, George. To the inside. Chamberlain's shot is off. The Rockets trail. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. I spoke with San Francisco's head coach for just a bit. He told me that Sengun won't be easy to contain. He pointed to his passing ability and said they can run their offense through him whether he's in the post or at the top of the key. He add in his scoring, and he presents a unique challenge. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. And the shot goes in. Whitmore's got 5.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now, here's George. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. Cans it from downtown.
And George, a volume three-point shooter, he possesses outstanding confidence and leans into that perimeter game.
Ball against Van Vliet. Thompson outside. Six to shoot. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Wilt, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Shot clock at 3. Sengun. And they recover it. It's up a 3. And it's San Francisco with the rebound. And their win streak is now up to an incredible 32 straight games, which puts them one game shy of those amazing 1972 Lakers.
Well, this squad has been on an unreal tear through the competition to this point. No question, this is going to end up being one of the greatest all-time streaks that we have ever seen. How far can these guys go? And what's going to be the factor in the game that ends this streak? That's going to be interesting.
Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now a timeout called by Houston. The Rockets making a switch here. Eason's checked in. And they're on the 2K leaderboard of the teams that have been tormenting opponents defensively this month.
They've been playing great lockdown defense over the past month. They close out on shooters extremely well and do not allow easy looks.
Thompson outside. For 3, Van Vliet. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Pass to Eason. George against Thompson. Screen by Sengun. Just 5 on the clock.
Paul George instincts right there, just taking over that possession. He's using his length right there to take away a lot of airspace for the shooter.
Barnes can't get it to go.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And Thompson kicks to Van Vliet. Sengun with a screen on ball. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Warriors have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Thompson with the bucket.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Now, here is Chamberlain. He's got 5. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
But here's the problem. Now, no one's got the strength to move Wilt off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Whitmore with it. He's guarded by Ellis. VanVleet outside. Here's Whitmore. Last game, 26 points, and stolen by Chamberlain. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. That's good from Barnes on the assist by George. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
And I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
Let the big fella eat. Sengun just doing his thing down low.
Ellis surveying the D. Back to Chamberlain. Over Sengun. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Rockets trail by 7. VanVleet on the wing. Back to Whitmore. On the wing, Thompson. Defended by George. Sengun with the screen for Thompson. Chamberlain with the block. To the paint. And now here's George. The fast break opportunity.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so here is Houston.
Hi, Durango. Yeah.
Whitmore with
Yeah,
it.
good insight there,
5
man.
points in the game. For 3, VanVleet hits it from 3-point range. VanVleet's got 6 points.
And you have to appreciate the confidence. VanVleet wastes no time shooting the rock when he is in that groove.
On the wing, George. San Francisco passing it around. Fader on the way. And San Francisco tacks on 2 more.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Rockets trail by 8. VanVleet outside. Pass to Eason. Thompson in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Whitmore. No good from outside. On the wing, Ellis. Whitmore defending. Ellis kicks the ball. Pass to Ellis. San Francisco needs to get a shot off here. Chamberlain. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Rockets shooting 40% here in the early stages. Thompson, a screen on George. VanVleet with it. Picked up by Ellis. Down low. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. The Warriors making a switch here. Alvarado's checked in. Houston with a big group substitution here. Smith checked in for Sengun. Brooks comes in for Thompson. Williams, he's checked in for Whitmore. And Shepard subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. with some changes. Laravia's checked in, and it's Klay Thompson in for George. .127 left in the first quarter. Caldwell Pope feeling it out of it. Pass to Chamberlain. They double-team Chamberlain. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's off from three-point range. Right side, Williams. Brooks, the pass to Shepard. Clock at 6. Smith sets the pick for Shepard. Drills the three-pointer.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
San Francisco leading by 7. Now Alvarado. Pass to Chamberlain. Thompson from long range. Offensive rebound. Fires the 3. Drops in the tray. And the Warriors lead by 10.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Shepard. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Shepard's got 5 points so far.
One thing Shepard brings is efficiency. As a jump shooter, pretty rare for someone his age.
Here's Chamberlain. Nails the baby hook. He's got 13.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. The Warriors on top, up by 10. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
They've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He's out there with Jose Alvarado. Klay Thompson is out there with Chamberlain. And it's Laravia in at the 4 slot. And for the Rockets, we've got Jabari Smith. Tari Eason is out there with Brooks. Then it's Williams. And it's Holiday in at the point. Stolen by Holiday. 3-on-3. Here's Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off. Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Caldwell-Pope against Eason. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Nice execution, especially in close. Caldwell-Pope showing he's more than just a player that likes it on the perimeter.
Holiday surveying the floor. Brooks kicks to Williams. Pass to Eason. 6 on the shot clock. Holiday inside the line. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain. San Francisco leading by 10. Caldwell-Pope outside. Alvarado with it. Here's Laravia. From deep. Sinks the three-pointer.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Brooks for 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Back to Alvarado. Thompson outside. Inside. Outside for Caldwell Pope. The basket good off the assist from Chamberlain. Chamberlain got his 3rd assist on the night. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Houston. It's a 13-point game. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Timeout called the Rockets.
That's one thing you hate about the modern is the overabundance of threes. Well, that's just the way the game is. You know, that's why it's the modern era. Like like yesterday when I was playing in the 90s, it was much more diverse the way that they would attack you, because that's the way it was. I mean, they used, basketball back then was not a zero-sum game. It was diverse. Now it's either dribble handoff all the way to the basket or,
Lewis checked in for Aaron Holiday.
But in their defense, though, Durango, how are you going to challenge Chamberlain at the basket? It's hard to get anything going to the basket in Houston's defense.
And the Rockets with possession here, trailing by 13. Brooks against Thompson. Fades back, and that one's good. Brooks.
See, there was a post up right there. How about that?
You know this. Good coaches
Dude posted
give
up.
Players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going.
Okay, they're going inside right there, back to back post ups. They're trying, Durango.
We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable.
They're trying, Durango. They don't have the players outside Sengun.
And the rebounding numbers as well.
And it's Brooks in the corner. Again, the miss by Brooks. San Francisco lead by 15. Here's Alvarado. Scoreless thus far. Chamberlain kicks to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. On its way from Caldwell Pope for 2. Here's Chamberlain, and it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
They just have no size.
Most prolific scorers you'll find.
They're playing small ball. They gotta get Sengun back in there.
His output here tonight.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Back to Lewis. Outside Williams. Back to Lewis. With his first shot attempt. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Smith's got his first basket.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
On the wing, Thompson. Brooks covering. Pass to Chamberlain. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Here's Brooks. And it's San Francisco with the rebound.
They're trying, Durango.
That shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Caldwell Pope against Williams. Pass to Thompson. Now Chamberlain. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Smith outside, wide open, and he sinks that one.
And that's what you can do.
Smith's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's what you can do, though. You gotta put Chamberlain in pick and roll.
Alvarado with it, still without a basket. Pass to Thompson, to the middle. Here's Chamberlain, hits the jump hook. And the Warriors lead by 17.
There you go, Durant. That's soft touch right there.
Takes advantage of the D
off the glass.
In a way that very few players playing today can do.
Automatic two almost against this small lineup.
That one misses. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Pass to Laravia. Cranes it from behind.
Good screen by Chamberlain. Man, watch this. Man, watch this screen by Chamberlain. Man, this is the thing. This is one of the best weapons on the game. Screeners. People just, man, if you get yourself a good screener in the modern era, boom, look at all that space. Here comes Mount Chamberlain. Good luck getting past that. Mount Chamberlain just took him out.
Aravia's got his second bucket of the night.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Here's Smith. Chamberlain with the rebound. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for
again. They're trying. That's like their fifth post up. They're trying, Durango. Give them credit. They're trying.
And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Yeah, Wilt getting tired now.
Smith the pass to Lewis. Smith sets the pick for Lewis. Misses in close. Warriors leading by 20.
Good time out here.
And San Francisco calls time here. Houston with a big group substitution here. Sengun's checked in for Smith. Amen Thompson comes in for Tari Eason. Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Lewis. Barnes outside. Pass to Chamberlain. Chamberlain with the stuff.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length. No way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Ball's knocked loose. To the paint, George with the ball. Now defended by Whitmore.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
It is incredible that George is playing, Brent, at such a high level after his injury history is taken into account.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, one of the more horrific injuries in terms of the way it presented itself and what we saw Paul George go through. But this guy has not missed a beat. He continues to be really the most stable part of any organization that he's joined, and he's been in a few places. That has not affected the way that he's approached the game on both ends of the floor, and is certainly still one of the top 15 players in the game.
The screen from Thompson. Here's Van Vliet. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Pass to Whitmore. Shoots. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And that one's good, George.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the three at almost 60% for the game.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 6.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
4 on the clock. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Chamberlain, no luck. Houston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Back to Thompson. Trying his luck from deep. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 4 assists now tonight. Pass to Kolek. On the wing, Barnes. He's covered by Thompson. Count it. Barnes has got 8.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Houston's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Whitmore. Sengun with a screen on George. And that one's good, Whitmore.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Chamberlain with it. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. To the inside. Here's George. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Van Vliet outside. Thompson in the corner. The 3. And it's San Francisco with the rebound. Chamberlain got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's San Francisco running away with it. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy. We wanted to get easy basket layups, knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Hey, folks, happy you joined us. The action.
They've got to run shooters off that line. Just hoping they miss is not working.
It's just a question every team faces, Shaq. How do you extend your defense enough to bother shooters without opening up the driving lane?
Let's shift gears now and see how things are stacking up in the Western Conference.
Well, I think of Houston. They're frustrated, and you can understand their frustration. They were expected to be good this year. Their fan base was fired up, but it just hasn't come together.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Wilt Chamberlain.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
We've got George. Chamberlain is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then it's Ball, and it's Ellis, and at the shooting guard position. This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
The Rockets shooting around 40% from the floor here. So on the floor for Houston. Thompson is out there with Alphren Sengun. Then it's Cam Whitmore. Then it's Williams. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. Pass to Chamberlain. Now George over Whitmore. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul.
Personal foul.
Rockets on offense. Outside Williams. Ball against Van Vliet. Shoots over Ball. Count that one from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 8 points.
And expect smart plays like that from Van Vliet. He is a clever floor general who knows how to create.
George passes to Chamberlain. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. Ball against Van Vliet. Sengun with a screen on Ball. In low. And the bank shot is good. And 11 points for Sengun.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Barnes outside. Pass to Chamberlain. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Klay Thompson.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And he's good on the second. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Van Vliet looking around. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
And a shoot-first point guard, Van Vliet, understands how to get defenders to foul him when taking shots.
Free throw good, Van Vliet. And so Van Vliet nails both of them.
And, you know, it takes an intelligent player to match up with bigger guys and win. Fred VanVleet is that player. He can outsmart guys who have, on paper, the advantage.
Chamberlain down low. Sengun's there. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Alphren Sengun. 5 attempts for him at the line tonight. He's made 3. And that one misses. And it's Williams with the ball for the Rockets. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Whitmore finds Sengun. Back to Whitmore. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3. A rebound by Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
For 3, Ellis. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
George with the ball. Now defended by Whitmore. It's deflected and stolen by Sengun. Van Vliet against Ball. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
On the wing, Barnes. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Ellis has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Timeout called, the Rockets. In a moment here to highlight some of the best and brightest from beyond the stripe. Klay Thompson is second. The 4th spot held by Paul George.
Either of these two guys force defenders to come out well past that three-point line, and that really opens the floor up for their entire offense.
Van Vliet against Ball. Sengun with the screen for Van Vliet. Pass to Whitmore. Clock at 4. Over George. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. Inside, here's Chamberlain. He can't get that one to fall. Great defense that time from Sengun. Williams with the ball, now guarded by Ball. High post, Sengun. Barnes on him. Pass to Whitmore. Chamberlain with the block. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
The ball goes to Houston.
So it's the Rockets now. Clock is at 3. Fires from way outside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands. Always looking to force a mistake.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
On the wing, Barnes. He's covered by Thompson. Lob pass to George. And stolen by Whitmore. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Warriors leading by 22. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Houston making some changes. Jabari Smith, he's jacked in for Sengun. And Torrey Eason subbed in for Fred VanVleet.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Thompson, a screen on Ellis.
This is what I love about Whitmore, his fearless attitude and that ability to draw fouls.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
They've been the better team on the post all game long. Whenever they've worked it in low, they've been able to find success.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score in the fast break.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here's the schedule for San Francisco, what it looks like. On Monday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards. Then on Wednesday, they'll head home and take on the Toronto Raptors.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Knocked loose. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. On defense, San Francisco. Here's Eason. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Steven Adams picks one up. Rockets have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. First free throw is good. On the heel, he's checked in for Ellis. He's perfect from the line this time.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Here's Kolek. He's guarded by Williams. And he converts the layup.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Thompson sets the pick for Whitmore. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Oh, really strong outing from Whitmore. You see the potential for greatness.
Pass to Hield. This one for 3. Sinks the triple. Hield's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Smith. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Smith's got 6.
And this is why you let Smith work inside. He's adept at knowing how to finish in traffic.
Thompson outside. Here's the screen. Pass to Kolek. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Well, Clay is going to draw that kind of attention, and that's going to open up opportunity.
Williams looking around. Smith against Adams. Williams sets a screen for Smith. And a wide open look for Whitmore. From outside, off the mark. Pass to Kolek. Down low. Here's LaRavia. And Thompson sends it back. Here's Eason. And it's Houston with another.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here's Kolek. Pass to Thompson. Here's Kolek. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. Adams. Good work there as it goes.
Well, Steven Adams always working the offensive glass, strong and aggressive in there, and gets that second chance hoop.
Now Whitmore, 13 points in the game. He takes it in. He gets that one. Whitmore's got 7 points for the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Kolek.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left in the third quarter. Pass to Adams. Lets it go from 11. Rebound by Williams. The Rockets shooting almost 60% from the field here in the third. They are really feeling it. And Smith with the stuff.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now, beasting.
Here's Kolek. Adams with the screen on Williams. Another shot. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got his second bucket of the night.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Pass to Thompson. Smith sets the pick for Thompson to the middle. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best.
Just tremendously disciplined offensively. Always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
So for the Rockets, Jock Landale's checked in for Amen Thompson. Dylan Brooks comes in for Cam Whitmore. And Shepard subbed in for Williams. Thompson outside. Landale grabs the miss. And for Houston, they're shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Shepard. Yep, that one goes in there. Shepard's got 7 points.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Healed outside. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Stolen. Here's Kolek. Thompson for the triple. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 6 points for him.
You can never let Clay shoot off a crisp pass. He just lets that go so quick.
Here's Shepard. And it's San Francisco with the rebound. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
The Warriors have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game. On the free throw, no good. No good on the last second attempt there. And it's San Francisco rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist. Of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Healed. Chamberlain is out there with Thompson. And it's LaRavia in at the 4 spot. Shepard, that's good.
From what I've seen, Shepard would rather shoot from distance, but he trusted himself inside that time.
Here's Kolek. Pass to Chamberlain. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Yeah, when he's this close to the basket, it's a wrap.
Shepard with the ball. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
An extremely unselfish player. Shepard loves to get others involved and create for his teammates.
Thompson outside. To the inside. Chamberlain down low. The shot, no good. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Pass to Eason. Smith with it. A trend in the NBA, and one, Brent, that I like, new downtown arenas. They seem to be everywhere.
Well, Kevin, it's because you love to eat so much, and the restaurants are nearby, so walking distance helps. But, yeah, it invigorates the city. You have people clamoring to get to the arena, to get out of the offices early, and it really brings the community together. So you love to see that kind of energy and buzz around any NBA stadium.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 4 on field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Pass to Landale. Now Eason. Here's Shepard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. San Francisco shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Brooks outside. Pass to Smith. Tries from 16. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Eason against Thompson. Moravia passes to Chamberlain. From 7. That shot missing.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Every team eventually goes through a coaching change, Brent, and how jarring.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Here's Shepard. Clock at 6. Inside. Here's Landale. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Just bare.
And the coach's challenge being used up here. Not a lot of time left. You've got one to use. Might as well do it. Houston with a big group.
Fred VanVleet. The play will be reviewed.
Amen Thompson comes in for Smith. Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Shepard.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
If via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have.
Pass to Sengun. Launches it from deep. Chamberlain with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Up top, Heel. Whitmore defending. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
Well, he's putting his game right in the face of the defense right now and just driving into the paint to get contact.
Smith checked in for the Rockets. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Bounce pass from Whitmore. Easton passes to Thompson. Van Vliet outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Whitmore. Fires for 3. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Here's Kolek. And here's Chamberlain. Now here's Thompson. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Pass to Van Vliet. Here's Eason. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
At the line for the Rockets, Jabari Smith. Shooting.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
A darn good free throw shooter. Smith doesn't seem to have a weak spot coming into the league.
Williams, he's checked in for Houston. Here's Williams to the wing right side. Smith with a screen on Thompson. 7-foot shot. Van Vliet wide open. His three-pointer's off the mark. For San Francisco, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Williams against Caldwell Pope. Pass to Alvarado. And stolen by Whitmore. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Thompson outside. Van Vliet outside. 6 on the shot clock. Had the space there, but it's offline.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Pass to Chamberlain. And you think about rookies coming into the NBA, it seems, Brent, that veterans are a little bit easier on the rookies now than they were in the past.
I think we romanticize, Kevin, a lot of those stories that we heard from the old days about veteran players giving it to the younger players. And certainly that's going to happen, especially at the beginning of the season. But these guys have known each other for a long time, and these friendships and bonds have started from years ago. So a little bit less and less. It's still fun to poke at the rookies just a little bit.
Chamberlain against Smith. Chamberlain, no luck. Houston's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Back to Thompson. Smith sets the pick for Thompson. Smith on the wing. Fires from deep. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist in this one.
So many ways Smith can hurt you, really showing us all what he's capable of.
Here's Chamberlain. Plays it up and banks it in. Chamberlain got 13 points now in the quarter.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Van Vliet on the wing. Back to Williams. Van Vliet outside. Thompson sets the pick for Van Vliet. A putback, and there's Thompson putting it right back in.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score. Chamberlain down low. Covered by Smith. Chamberlain no good.
For Houston, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Smith sets the pick for Van Vliet. Out to Smith. The tray. Chamberlain with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Houston making a switch. Sengun's checked in.
For Houston, number 28, Alphren Sengun.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Chamberlain with a screen on Van Vliet. Pass to Thompson. Now Chamberlain. San Francisco passing it around to the paint. Over Sengun. And good. There's another.
And the 50-point games continue to add up for him.
Well, every game takes him closer to the next benchmark. Next up, second place all time.
And Wilt had 30 games of 50 points or more back in 1963. And that number gets closer and closer with games like this.
Barnes, he's checked in for the Warriors. Paul George comes in for Klay Thompson. Here's Van Vliet. Another miss by Houston.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Caldwell Pope outside. Shot clock at 5. George up top. Over Whitmore. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And that's 15 points for Paul George.
And what a masterful performance from PG tonight, looking like the all-NBA guy he is.
Sengun with the screen for Thompson. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Looking to end his cold spell. Yep, that one goes.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And these guys have played very well this season, and this win tonight, guys will push their win column up to 55.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
.56 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. From the top of the key. And it's San Francisco with the rebound. George with the ball. Now defended by Whitmore. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. .30 seconds left in the fourth. Williams against Caldwell Pope. Pass to Van Vliet from deep three-point land. Chamberlain with the rebound. Alvarado with it. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Chamberlain got 54 points.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down, we'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Much appreciated, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now it's time for our Player of the Game.
Oh, and there you have it. Team Chamberlain tying the 1972 Lakers 33 games in a road streak. Man. And this game wasn't even close. They just annihilated them. Total domination. Inside and out. They didn't shoot all that bad, but they didn't get enough you just can't get anything going inside with the presence of Chamberlain. You know, if you took Chamberlain out, you know, it would have been a lot closer. It's the fact that you can say what you want about Chamberlain's points, but it's this. That's the problem. It ain't just the 9 blocks. Like, if he's getting 9 blocks, imagine how many shots he's intimidating. See what I'm saying? Like, yeah, 9 blocks, but imagine the shots that he's not blocking, that he's intimidating. So that's the problem. That's why this team is so dominant. And you factor in he's surrounded by 3-and-D players. All these guys can hold their own defensively one-on-one on some level and just funnel them to Chamberlain. So let's go ahead and take a look at Chamberlain's highlights here. And the rebounding too. You got to factor the rebounding and the defense. That's why this team is the points are the points. That's all. That's going to happen. But the rebounding and the interior defense, that's the strength of this team. Who shot the best tonight? Ellis. See Ellis from downtown. Most went to that motion offense. They couldn't handle it. Paul George with a nice sneaky 15. Paul he snuck 15 in tonight. A sneaky 15, if you will. Ain't even work hard for it tonight. Just pretty much got out there and little bully balls, catch and shoot opportunities. That's a nice one-on-one move, left-handed. And that's your finish. Team Chamberlain, 33 games in a row to tie the 1972 Lakers. Let's see if the social media is talking about it. Yep, they're saying it right here. Warriors have. They're not mentioning the 72 Lakers, though, unfortunately. Well, we all know what it means, though. I go up, shot at Klay Thompson. Who's up next? Oh, the Washington Wizards. So this is the game they need to break the record now. And I'll have that one coming up here for you guys shortly. Should be a blowout, and be straight honest. It should be a blowout. Chamberlain. Let's take a look at their lineup before I end the stream. This probably should be a blowout. Take that look. Look at that. They're averaging 56%. Okay, this is the problem. They're averaging 56% in the paint. Team Chamberlain gives up 56% in the paint, so this doesn't look too good for them. This doesn't look good. Like, yeah. And then they're giving up 60% across the board against teams. And we know what Team Chamberlain does. Here, let me go ahead and show that in case people not understand what I'm talking about here. Look at Team Chamberlain. That's what we average in the paint. 73% of the opportunities in the paint get converted. And we stop people at 57%. Now compare that to the Wizards. I'm going the wrong way. No, I'm going the right way. There they are. Compare that to the Wizards. They score 60%. Struggle to get 60%. But they give, excuse me. They score 56% and they give up 60%. Team Chamberlain scores 73, so their interior defense is horrible. Their interior defense is horrible, and their interior offense is horrible, so it doesn't look good for the Wizards. Should be a blowout. But anyway, that's enough stat tracking. I'm going to end this stream, and I'll see you guys for that game coming up as Team Chamberlain tries to break the record from the 1972 Lakers. See you guys for that one shortly. Peace.